The New South Wales Government will withdraw and repay more than 23,000 fines issued during the COVID-19 pandemic after receiving fresh legal advice. More than 50,000 penalty notices were issued for breaching public health orders during the height of the pandemic. Redfern Legal Centre brought the matter before the Supreme Court in 2022. Samantha Lee is its supervising solicitor and joins us now. Samantha, welcome. Now, this was your test case, as we said, that brought this on from the Legal Centre. It led to a withdrawal of thousands of fines at the time. What does this step mean?
Well, this means that another 23,000 fines will be withdrawn by the government, and that's a huge win for the people of New South Wales. The reason why the state has withdrawn the fine is not because they've got new legal advice, because we sent them a letter of demand saying that we're going to launch a class action this Friday if they don't do anything about these fines, and that's why they reacted.
What do these fines amount to in total, but also for the individuals involved?
The withdrawal of the fines is a total of $15 million, so it's a huge amount of money. But what it means for people on the ground is that some families paid $10,000 worth of fine per household. Some families lost their car licence or couldn't register their vehicle, or their wages were garnished. So this is a big win for those, particularly in lower socioeconomic areas of New South Wales and First Nations communities.
And were they concentrated in those communities?
Yes, statistics do show that the majority of fines were issued in lower socioeconomic areas of New South Wales and to First Nations communities. So it's a huge win for those who are already financially marginalised.
Now, I understand there's a development on this. You've had word that some of the refunds can be redirected.
That's right. Revenue have just put out on their website that instead of actually paying people their money they deserve for paying an invalid fine, they're going to redirect the funds back to themselves, to Revenue New South Wales, if there is an unpaid fine debt. So what they should do is just give people back their money, and then they can decide what they want to do with it.
Now, this required a lot of work to get to this point. Can you give us a snapshot of what was involved?
It's been a lot of work. We've been giving people advice since the COVID pandemic, and we saw the impact on people, from nurses at aged care facilities, those who went to get prescription for cancer who were fined for leaving their house. Lots of tears from parents whose kids were issued with fines. So it's been a very long journey, and we saw from very early on that these fines were invalid, and it's taken us a couple of years for the government to come to the table, and it's taken up to the 12th hour, really, just before we're about to launch a class action, for the government to withdraw the fines.
In the broader sense, what does this withdrawal of these fines mean?
It means that revenue is not a law unto itself. We want revenue now to look at other fines, particularly fines issued to children. Children are subject to the same enforcement orders as adults in New South Wales, and we want that to change. And
this has been a long battle, as you've outlined there. What is next that you're looking at?
Well, we're looking at the fine system itself, and we think there is power to the people in this situation. And if you can get together and get some great legal minds on boards, you can do some amazing things. And this is a real win for the people of New South Wales.